There we go. Welcome to the episode, season 14, Middle Ground with JLE, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song. I finally got it back. Detroit Love off my first album, the JLE Experience. I own the music copyright. Don't mute none on Facebook. I don't see nobody on there send me nothing saying they trying to take stuff because that's getting my nerve. But I digress. We got another amazing guest for you doing amazing things out here. We have Bloomberg Center for Public Innovation at Johns Hopkins University, Innovation Team Director, Cortnie Squirewell. Welcome to the show.
Awesome. Hi. Thank you for having me today.
I appreciate sharing your journey. Now, but how did you like the sound, though?
The song was amazing, although I didn't mind when you didn't have the music and you sang your own
No,
theme
that's just.
song.
Oh
I'm just
no.
saying, like it was
I had to
raw.
sing
It was
myself.
authentic.
It ain't right if you don't hear Detroit Love when this comes on. It's wrong. It's like eating ice cream without cake or pie. It's just
Without
wrong.
your cake or pie.
You know, I can't eat that no more, so I gotta eat the sugar-free.
Uh-oh.
But you know what I'm saying. So, first question: what led you to this path?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been an incredible journey. I started my career in education. I literally thought I could change the world, right?
There you go.
I spent 8 years in the classroom teaching and working with families and leading.
Okay.
And it was probably during like my third year that I realized a lot of my students were, of course, they were struggling to read. I taught in an inner city in the city. And it was one of my students that made reference to their mom and dad not being able to help them read. And instead of me like brushing off, that response, like I asked them to dig deeper.
Okay.
And so what they were trying to describe to me through their first grade vocabulary was their parents weren't good readers. And I really wanted to understand more of that. So I convinced all of the first grade teachers and the kindergarten teachers to do this assessment with me. We were a service learning school at the time, so it was totally appropriate, and found out that like over 35% of the parents like admitted to not being fluent readers. And it was at that time that, for one, I thought that I needed to do more than what I could do behind the classroom four walls. And then secondly, I learned that there were so many amazing community-based organizations in the city that offered services. And one of those organizations was Sienna Literacy Center. And cold called and told them the dilemma. They were like, oh yeah, we know about this data. I'm like, listen, what can we do to get you working with our families? And they were excited. So we raised some funds through a partnership with Whole Foods. Strangely, the Whole Food giant came through, and we were able to support and fund parents going through that initiative. And fast forward, I taught at another school that had a human-centered design focus. And I learned that what I was applying was a human-centered framework. And I didn't realize it, right? Like you identify a problem based off of data. You survey, you understand the root causes of that. And then you almost like co-create solutions that will then be scalable because you're involving those most impacted to help solve that. So I was excited to learn more. I had the opportunity to go to the D School at Stanford and learn with others that were in this field. And oh my gosh, and then jumped out of education. And then that's when the pure magic happened, because having that background working with children and families like really lit that fire for the organizations that I work with to like really push them to like give more money to support these families and these children. So yes, and that's a snapshot. There's more.
Okay, keep going.
I can keep going. So yeah, I had the opportunity. So there was this pivotal point when I was just like, okay, it's time to spread my wings. And being a teacher, teachers are, for one of the most incredible career journeys one could have. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely loved it. But I was ready to grow, and I went to school and got all of these certificates to be a principal. And one of the principals who taught at a really nice, well, she was a principal at a really nice school. She told me, she was like, Courtney, let me tell you what my day is like. She basically said she took a notepad in the bathroom and sometimes had people following her in the
Oh
bathroom.
no.
I mean, this is real, right? Like, principals are amazing. They are not paid enough, either are teachers. And it
Nope.
was then
For
when I was
real.
just like, maybe I could take my impact to a different level. So I had the opportunity to work alongside Ford Motor Company Fund at the time is what it was called. Now it's
Okay.
for philanthropy, um, for philanthropies. And
Great
I
company.
was, yeah, it was, philanthropic arm of Ford. And they asked me to basically help them with this $5 million investment that they were going to make,
Okay.
to jumpstart a wraparound service community center, place-based community
Hmm.
center. And I was just like, that sounds like a lot of fun. So literally use that same framework that I mentioned. And it was this neighborhood. I mean, it's very well known. It's in the 205. I'm from the D. I did not grow up on the east side of Detroit, but it doesn't matter. Like, I have family everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I dove into that work, meeting some of the most influential stakeholders in that neighborhood, alongside with families and children, and just really trying to understand what were their needs and like how could Ford's $5 million investment help this community.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, high absenteeism taking place in the city, which is still off the charts. Like, we
Wow.
really need to do something about that. But one day I was sitting there and watching, just observing, because a part of this process, this systems thinking approach is like there are levels to like understanding, like, and gathering ethnographic research, and some of it is just observation. And one day, it was probably like a Tuesday, I
Mm-hmm.
noticed like a ton of kids and families walking by the school. And I'm like, well,
Okay.
why aren't the children in school? And I believe it was, I don't remember who it was. I it probably wasn't the principal, but someone said, oh, this is the day that Matrix has their food distribution. And all hands are on deck because some of these families don't have vehicles. And I'm like, wow. So, like, I mean, to me, this is like, okay, more data. So like, it was those kind of stories, those types of observations that really led to some of the recommendations that I was able to deliver to some of those execs there at Ford. I also had the opportunity to work alongside another organization that does human centered design. And we literally presented our findings, and it was amazing. I had the opportunity to disrupt the normal process where typically the execs kind of select the CBOs that are going to
Uh-huh.
be delivering, where we flip that and we allow the residents, the families, all of those stakeholders
Nice.
to select who was going to deliver services. And it was at that time that the real winners, the real servants, like, they really showed up because the community could see straight through their presentations and their pitches. And they selected who was going to serve there, what types of engagements they wanted, what was mostly important to them. And honestly, it was mostly safety, which made sense because it was one of the
Yeah.
communities that had one of the highest crimes in Detroit. And then they also wanted just basic needs, right? Like, can we get more food distributions on days that our children aren't going to school so we don't have to pull them out of school? So,
Makes sense.
yeah, so that happened, and we utilized a school, Fisher Magnet Upper Academy, which had a decrease in attendance, so it was a perfect location. That space is still going on right now.
Okay.
And it's still thriving based off of the conversations that I have with the director over there. And I had the opportunity to do so many amazing programs to impact families and impact children.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came to this pivotal point where I had the opportunity. I was recruited over to go to Boys and Girls Clubs. And I thought about it. And again, it was another opportunity to use the same approach for this legacy organization that has been in the city of Detroit for
Mm-hmm.
over 90 years. It may be 100 at this point. I don't know exactly what their
Yeah, there's my
time
dope
is.
dealer with them cookies, some girls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the boys. Oh, okay. The Boys and Girls Clubs. So, so yeah, I went over there, used a similar process. Observe, right? The kids, you go in there. It was like this huge opportunity, in my opinion, when you already know absenteeism rates are high in the city. You already know test scores are low. So use that to really figure out what it was the kids liked and pair it with the career opportunity. And one of the biggest attractions was the gaming at the time. And you would walk up in the club, all the kids would be around this small little television playing Xbox, and I
Yeah.
really thought we had something there. And this was a couple of years ago when the esports industry was like just starting to take off. And
Oh
I
yeah.
pitched it to my boss at the time, who, he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, listen, we can pair computer science, we can do engineering, we can do coding, we can put all of these sorts of interactive, fun engagements, and we can let the
Mm-hmm.
kids compete. And they can monetize, right, through streaming and all these other
Look at you.
ways that gamers make money.
Yeah, they
And
do.
they make money. It's a real industry. And the Red Wings Foundation was all over it. But then it gave me another job because I really didn't know about the esports industry. I just pretended that it was, I mean, I knew it was a good idea, but so then I had to hit the ground running in terms of like researching how to build that out, like what kind of support we needed from a streaming and an internet capability. And it was a full um workload in terms of like really learning the ins and outs and the capabilities that this room and the possibilities could have for
Mm-hmm.
kids and the community to honestly just be entrepreneurs while having fun. And we did just that.
Go.
Got funding and built out the first esports lab in the club. And it was fully funded and functional. And a lot of those ideas that I took over there, even creating this way for kids to kind of like vote for some of the program partners that they wanted. I called it demo day and literally gave them a test of, or a taste, a snippet of what they could experience. And they fell for it, and they were excited, and our participation and attendance increased, and it was magical. So it's it's been a really fun journey.
So that was
um,
birth innovation for you then.
Innovation, right? And the key is all you have to do is listen. And like, if you listen and you build it, they will come and it will sustain
She took
itself.
it there with okay.
And you can get funding because funders love to hear stories when there is like a co-creation process taking place to create something.
Okay. So
Yes.
what is an innovation team director?
Yes. So I have the amazing opportunity to be one of 25 other
Okay.
innovation directors, and it's based off of $200 million
Mm. Chuck E. Cheese.
investment. Yes, $200 million investment um, made by Bloomberg Philanthropies. And really, it's to any city could apply for this funding. And the funding is really in the form of capacity and innovation. And if you were granted this opportunity, you get a full-blown innovation team, and I lead that innovation team. And honestly, the work is all around whatever the mayor is seeking to change and fix and implement, and based off of that, there's a director, which I serve. There's a civic designer that helps bring all of the data that's coming from the communities to fruition through prototypes. And then there's a data analytics manager that handles all of the data sets to make sure that it's a need, it's a gap, and all of our ethnographic research also matches up with that. And we literally go in there, we collect data, we provide recommendations and solutions that are co-created, and then our goal is to really implement with sustained efforts. So it's been fun. Most of the work right now is around energy efficiency and helping families that spend 6% or more on their utilities to either weatherize their homes, but really just, and it's not even that, like right now we're in the research phase to understand like some of the barriers in terms of like why, and also our research is taking a bit of a turn because we're including some of those health disparities within that space too, because a lot of families deal with asthma. One second. So it's 8:00 on a Friday. That's my 3-year-old.
Hey, we love the kids.
Yeah, so we are in the middle of the research phase. So it's fun. Focus groups, observations, and also peer reviews from other cities that have similar demographics to the one that we're seeking to assist with.
Okay. What has been your experience at Johns Hopkins University so far?
It's been wonderful. I mean, it's really, the cool thing is there is a lot of technical support that comes along with the work, and then every company that you work for that has either a systems thinking or a human-centered approach, there's a different framework that they follow. So it's been good. Really, the frameworks are super similar. Just a matter of like really understanding the community and their needs as it relates to this problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Pretty awesome. So,
yes.
What does social impact designer mean? That's a cool term.
Yeah, it means just that, solving for some of the most pressing challenges that our communities are facing. And for me, what that means is I've had the opportunity to touch areas such as education, families, climate, and workforce, and using social determinants of health along with understanding a community to then co-create some of the solutions. And the solutions need to be sustainable, which most of the time it hasn't been. I would say it's been a real smooth ride just because of the process. And I found that in this work that it's the stories that sell, and sharing those stories through either your stakeholder groups, through policymakers, it really just grasps those hearts when they hear some of those quotes.
Because this journey had to be totally transparent. When I first saw it, I'm thinking, what that got to do with social media?
No, it's a cool term. Almost like superheroes in a sense.
Yeah, you saw that one.
Change the world one story at a time.
Oh, okay. It sounds like that hero show, Say the Chili to Say the World.
Oh yes.
That was big.
Yes.
You're literally doing it.
Yes. So it's been a fun journey. It's been incredible. It's been incredible. I look back in terms of some of the nonprofits I've had opportunity to work with. I've done work with Big Sean, his nonprofit, and at the time he was working on a curriculum that his goal was really to ensure that young adults understood the different career opportunities that came along with the music industry, that were not just the artists.
Yeah, it's a lot of
And
behind the scenes stuff.
it's a lot, and the behind the scenes are very lucrative, like the sound engineers, the lighting engineers. So it's been fun because I may not have gone into a lot of my careers understanding the full scope of what it was I was solving for, but being in that space, it really allowed me to take a step back and really learn and understand a lot of careers, industries, and yeah, I've had the opportunity to really understand how a lot of things and parts and policies work to then either create impact.
Okay. So I mean, I was at Wayne State University as a music management major.
Okay.
Our teacher had us do for music business too. Because he got I don't know if he's still there, but he had a studio out like on 9 Mile in Inkster.
Okay.
Nice house and studio. Like, okay, like what we gonna do? This went around 04, the Idol was out. They had a Wayne Idol. We recorded the winner and 6 of the top 10 finalists. And we're like, okay, so you're gonna be like, no, y'all want to do behind the scenes, y'all gonna do all that. Y'all gonna record them. You're gonna see how much it costs to use the music, do this and this and this. And we started giving out delegations. I'm like, okay, that's I met my first producer.
Okay.
And we doing the work, and I'm starting to notice like, okay, somebody gotta take charge, Jeff, because these artists is bull jabbing around with their friend. They just had to be here, but they ain't getting there, drop the song and leave. I don't want to be the leader. You don't care. And your man, he getting frustrated because he feel like he's doing it all. Like, I don't want my man feel like, because he already got a studio. Like, all right, do it for the team. Like, all right, if you ain't here to help make this album, get out.
Oh.
They looking around like, you heard what I said. Get out. If you ain't here to help with this album, get out. Go talk in the hallway. Like, thanks, man, because I ain't want to say like, oh, I'll be the bad guy. No problem. Because I don't know how to work the board.
Right.
He had a cat. This dude was phenomenal. I really saw through him what they were trying to teach by the piano proficiency, the ear training, the music theory. Oh, we doing at least key song? Okay, let me get the sheet paper. 10 minutes later, he playing the fine got you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is what they said. This is what you're supposed to be as a musician. Okay, cool. So we got someone that can do the music.
Yeah.
Get you in here. We had a few of them at the time that was being hot. We're like, look here, we ain't got all day for this because we wound up taking a week. He figured we would be done in 2 days because he think D12 and other people he was working with, like, this is my actual studio. I'm letting y'all do this for class, but the nicest way he could say it, time is money.
Yes.
Y'all need to get this done.
And that's a whole different skill. I've tried DJing when I started.
Look at you.
Well, I started a DJ academy because it was a need, and I had to order all this equipment, and I tried to get it. It is not an easy task.
Oh man, the stuff for music alone, we ain't no.
It was not easy. It was
especially DJ equipment.
Yes, I learned all about it. The switchers, and it was a good time.
The most cool thing I remember, because I had to look up how much it costs to use someone's music. And it was amazing at the time in 04, if the song wasn't popping on the radio, it was like $30 to $1 to use it. But if they were using it now, 20,000. Like,
oh yes, it's so lucrative.
And that's how Kanye doing his thing, because you hear stuff you ain't heard in years that's R&B, but it don't cost much to use it.
Well, I was at lunch yesterday, and a friend of mine was showing me the newest AI artists. So
So no
careers
Skynet.
are, and technology is definitely taking an unexpected but amazing spin here, and
Age of
it's
Skynet.
gonna, yes, it's gonna be fun, to see what we make of this.
Yeah.
Again, I'm in innovation, so all of this is exciting to me because there's still like very lucrative careers that can come out of it. It's just a matter of
True.
understanding
That's true.
those gaps and getting in there and creating, and then switching our curriculum to then meet those needs, though, because at the end of the day, we definitely have to make sure some of those careers that are definitely going to be taken over by tech, that we're not wasting our youth's time in terms of like learning
Okay.
this. Yeah.
See, I was that one whenever we broke these in class. Why we talking about Skynet? Jeff, there you go. Like, hey, I grew up watching Terminator. Man is foolish. We're gonna do too
Yeah.
much. So
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be around the Skynet stuff because we're gonna be stupid with it. We
I
do too much.
mean, but honestly, we've been seeing these innovations
Yeah.
since a very long. Terminator is one. Enemy of the State is like actually like one
And
of
that
my
was an actual
favorite.
bill at the time.
Yes. So
That was trippy.
it's just to show you that the future is now.
Yep.
We're in the future,
Yeah.
and
We just ain't got the
we
Jetson house in the backpack.
no, but we have this amazing opportunity to like
True.
really utilize it to continue to do amazing things that will benefit our children and our generations to
Mm-hmm.
come, by just really understanding how to use it, simplify, and really simplify, right? If we
Yeah.
get it right, it will allow more time for families to be with each other if we're
True.
really
That's a
using
good
it the
side of
way
it.
that it should be.
That's true.
Yes. Yes.
Now, you were featured in Michigan Chronicle 40 Under 40.
Yes.
How has
Yes.
that experience helped you on your journey?
So I have to say I was slighted because the
Ah,
year that
dang.
no, not in a bad way, love
Okay.
Hiram and the work that he's doing. Um, but I won during COVID. So I missed the full
Ah,
experience of
yeah.
walking the stage. And so I watched it virtually. But it was cool. I honestly think that alongside with Leadership Detroit have been two amazing opportunities. Leadership Detroit
Mm-hmm.
and all of what it exposed all of the leaders to. I think the coolest thing that came out of that was just this network
Okay.
of people that I'm still connected to, and we meet up still and connect on social. I see them all around
Nice.
um, at different engagements, and those have been two incredible opportunities.
You ever thought about writing a book?
I have.
Spider
And
Sense ain't
and
wrong.
and if I or when I do, I should say when I do,
Okay.
I think it's gonna almost be a guide to I have a lot of educators wanted to know how, like Cortnie, how did you, and I not condoning folks to go jumping out of education, because I again, I said it before, I think it's incredibly one of the best careers and the most impactful careers that one can have.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do believe that some of those educators can create bigger impact outside of the classroom.
Okay.
And so if I did write that, it wouldn't be to encourage folks to leave necessarily, but more so just to kind of share my journey.
Okay.
Um, and I think the one thing that I would tell educators, and this is what I share all the time, is you find your thing, whatever it is that you're excelling at while you're in the classroom can be that one characteristic or
Okay.
quality about yourself that industries are looking for, because teachers do it all, from writing reports to diagnostics to iterating on the fly, and understanding data and applying that data to new systems. And if I did write a book, it would probably be about that and that journey.
That's dope.
Yes.
Well, reach the point. You promote, market, whatever you have coming up. The floor is yours.
The floor is mine. Oh, what do I don't have anything to market other than I'm just excited that I had the opportunity to be featured today. It's an incredible platform. And the thing that I will say to all of those that have the opportunity to view this today is check out some of the other episodes as well. And it's just been great being able to share who I am, what I'm working on. I'm very easily accessible. If anyone is interested in reaching out and learning more, you could just find me on LinkedIn. It's probably the best place to catch me. And I do check my direct messages often. Because those direct messages have been so good to me. Oh my gosh, I have had one-on-ones with some of the most amazing people, and it's through LinkedIn. So you can find me on LinkedIn, Cortnie Squirewell. And yes, thank you.
Okay. When you started your journey to becoming someone awesome, did you ever think you would be doing this?
Oh gosh, no. Never. But I'll tell you this. I did know that when I graduated from Eastern in education, that I did not see myself being stuck in it. And then not to say stuck, but like I love people. I love getting out into the world. So I did know that I wanted to be out and interacting and meeting people and making these really unique connections. So, but never, no, because my mom was like, you go to school, you get a sustainable career, you stay in that career, and you retire from that career like I did. And I think that's kind of like the advice that we get from our baby boomer parents. And it's up to you if you're going to listen. I listened to my mom to an extent. But the one thing that I did listen is I make sure that my certificates are up to date, and I am still heavily involved in education because I have the opportunity of serving on a school board. So that is my way of making sure that I'm still in the loop, is giving back in that capacity.
Yeah, I stopped doing music. I was corporate. I'm getting my business degree, get a job, making some money, and I'm be getting it. And then COVID.
Good old COVID.
I watch sports shows, political shows. I got something to say.
Oh,
That's when I first started off the trunk with my phone and putting on YouTube.
Oh, that's so funny.
Finishing my degree.
Finishing those degrees.
Didn't have my party because they're like, we're going to party just a little. I'm getting my Dom Perignon, get some Gatorade and water. We're going to get it. COVID, I can't go. Shout out to Wayne, because they did graduate as 22, but it wasn't the same.
No.
It wasn't the same. But doing this, yeah, I ain't think I'd be having this be the purpose, help you find a purpose. Like,
no, this is incredible. I think it's an amazing platform, and I think like if I had to give advice, is for one, I can't pretend that I came up with this, but Minda Harts wrote this book called oh my gosh, what's the name of the book? The Memo. I should know the title, The Memo. And in the memo, there are some really good strategies she gives in terms of making sure that you're aligned to your purpose, and skilling up if you feel that you need to skill up. I won't take it lightly. I've have so many amazing mentors that I can call on at any given time. I participated in cohorts on Saturdays, leadership groups for women and Leadership Detroit. I had a baby, and 3 days after giving birth, I was at a retreat for a leadership group because it was just, I know my husband was like, what are we doing? But I'm like, it's going to pay off. So my advice is if you do have a dream, just continue to go after it. Don't be discouraged. I mean, I think Edison, I don't know how many times it took him to get the light bulb to work, but it was a lot. So if it is something, if it's something you're interested in, immerse yourself in that, study, find people that are aligned with that, and just continue to grow yourself and surround yourself by individuals that are determined to reach their goals. I think is the biggest key.
Now, what has been your biggest challenge in your journey?
Oh gosh, it's a really good question. I think I'll be very vulnerable here. Leaving a really safe career to venture out, and it hasn't been a challenging aspect, but when you get into corporate America, it's not as blue skies, green grass as one thinks, right? Like there are other politics and systems that come into play when you're in those spaces. And I've experienced a layoff, and that was heartbreaking. I was doing incredible work and creating this great brand for this amazing company, which I still love. I got over the heartbreak. It took a while, I'll be honest.
I've been there, being laid off, and that shock of it.
Yeah, so I think that's it. That's probably been the biggest challenge, but I'll say that that's something that may not come with a safe career, like education. Educators don't typically get laid off, but thankfully I have an amazing husband who was able to sustain the family. And I also had a rainy day fund, because the cool thing about being in corporate is you get these amazing bonuses, and I did not go buy. But I did the responsible thing. It wasn't buying like some really cool bag. I just for some reason I said, no, you should just keep it right here. And because of that, I'm grateful. But it was uncomfortable, looking for work when you needed to bring in extra funding. So I think that if I had to say,
on DuckTales over there.
DuckTales, woo.
Uncle Scrooge financial teaching.
Yes, that, and if you listen to all the other incredible leaders that are on Instagram, they talk about just making sure you're being smart. But if that's probably one of the biggest challenges. Yeah.
Now, in your words, what has been your impact in the community?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think, it's seeing the fruits of my labors, right? When I go to the east side and see the Ford Resource and Engagement Center, I'm like, I designed that room, like that artwork I helped the designer create, and I helped bring some of these nonprofits up by allowing them to have space. I actually gave a lot of nonprofits an opportunity to come try out and test their programs with some of my youth. Code 313 is a great example. Bartell was really new and he needed a space. And I said, I love what you're doing, and I'm going to trust that you will be able to deliver. And now Bartell and Code 313 is doing amazing work. Also, seeing where Boys and Girls Clubs has come. They just opened, I believe, their third esports lab, and they're still doing demo days, and a lot of the programs that I, had the opportunity to create are still living on, and the youth are still experiencing that. And I guess another cool one is the train station. I was at Ford at the time when they acquired the space, and I had this amazing opportunity to build out an engagement that brought together over 200 millennials to create ideas around how the space can be used. So when I walk into the train station, I remember going in there with a hard hat, and I remember planning the first Halloween party and being in there with over 200 millennials on these huge poster boards that I worked with Elevate to create. And they were brainstorming, and some of those ideas live on, right? They're youth servant agencies in the train station. Their co-working spaces right next to it. Like, it's really doing what a lot of the ideas had vision for that space. So I think those are some really cool things to be proud of.
Absolutely, because you've done a lot, and I wanted to. Cause I'm like, okay, I wanted to be just naming like 1,000 questions of all this made stuff you did. Try to find a way to let it organically be spoken about, because your LinkedIn is impressive.
Thank you so much.
I'm like, okay, she's shining.
Thank you. Yes,
Need
yes.
some shades on when I'm looking at this thing.
Oh, you're so funny.
Now, if anybody didn't hear you earlier, hope it made you comfortable for that Yoda game. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
Yeah, I think figure out what it is that you're good at naturally, that you don't feel like you're working, and go for it. Take small steps, vision board it out if you have to, write goals. And eventually those goals will come to fruition as long as you're doing it authentically and have a purpose. And I think the biggest thing is, really being intentional about the impact, and making sure that you're taking small steps every day to get there, no matter what those steps are. If it's maybe making contact with someone who has a career that's similar to the one that you aspire, either reading or reaching out to that person. I mean, there's so many ways to almost follow the journey of someone. I don't want to use the word stalk because it sounds bad, but but essentially, social media has given us an opportunity through some of the platforms, seriously, to get a front row seat. And I think the final piece to that is be different. There are a lot of amazing things already taking place, but just trying to figure out how you can have your own legacy behind it, and differentiate yourself from what's already out there, I think is key, especially in Detroit. You definitely have to come with the different swag to yourself, or level of impact to really make you stand out, and go for it, and dream, and get it.
That's true. This your first podcast?
It is not. I've done another one, but it's a totally different topic. I've not done one that's about
you.
Yeah.
That we live by the tagline where we treat you like family, feel comfortable to talk about yourself.
That's right. And no, but I've been on another podcast before.
Okay. Oh, you definitely. I expect you'd be back when you write that book.
Yes.
Anything else you got going on? You want to come back talk about it?
No, I think that's about it. That is it. I don't have anything to really put out there other than, if you do want to connect, easily accessible, reach out. And when I get that book, the draft, and we're about to go to print, I'll have to come back on and share what's going on within that space.
It's a unique journey to write a book.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Then
only
you
imagine.
reflect on the whole thought process of what you were writing, and after it's done, like, wow, you put that down on paper.
Put it down on paper and make it make sense.
Can't take it back.
I'm sure it has to be a lot easier though, especially with editing now, with all the tools that are available. So
now we got ChatGPT.
yes.
You can speak to Google Doc, it do it for you. So
yes,
writing a book is not that hard like it was when you literally just writing or typing all day.
No,
go about doing it.
No, I probably need like a good 3 months to get away and be with nature.
Okay. I was thinking, I didn't want to say it, like I can see nature, trees to get our inspiration.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate Bloomberg Center for Public Innovation at Johns Hopkins University Innovation Team Director Cortnie Squirewell for sharing her journey. It's been amazing. Watch this episode, replay it, share it. And I appreciate you for sharing it.
Thank you for having me today. And you've treated me like family. So thank you.
Got to. So I need that honest thought at the end. Because some people been on here. This ain't TMZ or nobody. I don't care where you are. I'm going by your website and LinkedIn. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, relax.
Yes, relax.
You got the crib. No. You should be relaxed.
Relax. But no, it's been incredible.
That's coming.
Yes. Well, thank you again.
Red carpet treatment,
Red carpet. Yes.
Can't have nobody come to the building and not get the Dom Perignon caviar treatment.
Right.
Anything else would be uncivilized.
That's right.
They're gonna tell people, like, oh man, it was first class, everything. There you go. So if it ain't, you from the trade, like, man, this dude did some bootleg. He gave me an Uber. He gave me some grapes. Man, I ain't calling that man show. No, can't do it.
That's so funny. No, well, thank you again. And can't wait to share it out with my community and my network. And
absolutely.
I appreciate you again for taking the time to learn a little bit about me. It's been fun.
Absolutely. I'm going to make some clips tonight or tomorrow. You'll see them post. They post instantly on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I post once I put on Spotify, how they can reach you and all that good stuff. Like I do, tag you to it. And let people know.
Thank you.
All right. Now, I'm for the viewers, I made me ads now. I'm trying to be more corporate with this thing. So you want to see an ad before you see the intro song.
Smart.
Till next time, everybody. Y'all have a great one.
See you all. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Middle Ground with JLE. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to buy my products, go to Amazon.com for my books or my music. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE. And more to come. See you next time. Detroit, welcome to the D, baby.